Hey, what's up guys? For today's video, I want to go over an Ironman from the post-Banlist Ironman tournament hosted by Jib that you've seen on DBGarner's channel. This is the winners finals. So basically the winner of this match makes it to like the grand finals and the loser goes down in double elimination. So I'm teaming with Toast and we're playing against Julien and his teammate. So we're going first. Its hands are Ashe, Cressea, X-Trap, Swen, and Phoenix against Bell, Phimena, Fallen, Bell, and Fallen. So I feel pretty decent with this hand. Also, real quick, I do have the Burst Protocol guide that me and Jibber are selling. It has combos, has notes for each matchup, like this test hand video, me just spending like 20 minutes going over sequencing, stuff like that. Pretty good product. If you want to purchase it, link in the description box below. I mean, we drew like multiple ways to play. We drew Ashe for like Perulia, so it's not bad. So obviously go main phase, we're gonna use Extrav. Drawing the Vision Chant, not the best, not the worst. But yeah, we're gonna go Swen, just try to bait interaction, grab Elation, and then we're going to, I believe so, we use Chant to add a monster, so we can grab Eldam. And then on Resolution, we're gonna go Cressea, and then to play around Ghost Bell, we're gonna chain a quick play, chain Vision to add MST. Obviously we can't draw because we're under Extras, but you can chain Vision to add MST, and then on Resolution, we can go Chain Link 1 Cressea, Chain Link 2 Phoenix, this way we play around Bell. And then the Bell loses value pretty much once this resolves. Yeah, he tries to, like, as soon as we drop Cressea on the board, he tries to, like, Bell, but he didn't wait for our triggers, and then obviously, well, technically we triggered before he dropped the Bell. But yeah, so we play around Ghost Bell here, which is really good. We just resolve a bunch of cards. Which, to be fair, I think even if we, like, don't respect the Ghost Bell, we still probably win the game, because we just have so much engine. But, you know, might as well play around it, right? Also, so we go Link 2 next. We're not really worried about Nib because we know his Dracotail list pretty much. I know his non-engines like Molcharmies, Ashe, Bell, Fallen. I know he's not on Nibiru, so we can go for this line. Special Eldam, Eldam effect, grab Meghala. Special Meghala, Elation, Reborn, and he goes Bell on that. Which honestly, because we banished Doomeagle, this only plays one Doomeagle. The Elation Reborn actually doesn't really do anything here, but I knew he would bell it, so I wanted to go for this line. Then we chain MST, obviously, so we can still activate a quick play so we can trigger our guys. Because if you bell Elation, we can't trigger our guys, so we have to do MST. But obviously, we want Elation set anyway. So we can trigger Meghala, Link 2, and the Elation. And the, what else do we trigger? Meghala, Link 2, Phoenix. Oh yeah, Phoenix and Graveyard, yeah. So yeah, we summon that, we make Totem Bird. There we go, set 3, pass. And this is a really good setup. Obviously, we have like Vortex, we have Phoenix, Totem Bird, we have double MST. Is double MST? Yeah, double MST, Ashe Blossom, like insane follow-up. The game's over. So passes, he draws Lucius. Yeah, he draws Lucius. So yeah. Yeah, this should be face up. So he's gonna go Fallen with the White Dragon. Fallen White Dragon effect. Here we just allow it, like no reason to interact here. Obviously, we try to shuffle, he could like dodge, and we don't really care about the him getting these bodies on board anyway. So yep, no reason to do anything here. He goes Lucius, we just let it go through. Trying to play around him already having Phimena in hand, which he did have Phimena, so pretty good. Then he goes Ecclesia Synchro, tag out, and here we have a couple options here. So I forgot what we ended up doing actually. Yeah, we go Ashe on this. So the logic behind Ashe on this is just stop him getting to Cartesia to start fusion summoning. And then he goes in main phase, which is like insane for us because we can just shuffle back his bodies for free. And then once he like uses his battle phase like this, the game is automatically over. Like he has a 0% chance of winning the game. So yeah, he goes Fallen, send me Ecclesia on the Totem Bird, which we think here about whether we want to, how we want to interact with this. It's you never Totem Bird this because the Fallen says you can only activate one Fallen Virtuous per turn, and Totem Bird negates activation. So if we did Totem Bird it, he would be able to do it again. Also, we don't really need a Totem Bird body at this point. So we end up chaining MST and then trying to negate that. And then we still have like Vortex, which he obviously can force Ecclesia, but it's like fine. So you see here, we're going to basically we go chain MST, chain Mandate, and then chain Elation. Revive Cressea, and then Cressea Elation, add MST, add Vision. Yeah, the game is just over. Like, Mandate draw 2, just cause. Yeah, draw Extrav. I mean, that's bad, but it doesn't matter. He goes Ecclesia to force the Vortex, which is fine here. Obviously, we have a Meghala, which can summon it back. Like, it's like chill. He goes Phimena. So using Bell, Urgula, Effecto Orthalion, Effecto Urgula on Totem Bird, and then the Phimena, and we go MST on the Elation, chain mandate on the Arthalion, and then he just scoops it up. GG's. Yeah, he can't win that game for sure. Moving on to game number 2, we're going to be going second. The hands are MST, Droplet, Eldam, Slen, Chant against Pan, Fimena, Lucius, Droll, and Sting. So he's going to start off by normal summoning Lucius, Effect, add Mulu, and then when you add Mulu here, in my head I'm thinking, okay, he obviously has Fimena, and he might have Urgula. He might have Urgula, but he obviously has Fimena in circulation. That's a given. So you go Fimena Effect, fuse those two away from hand. I'm like, okay, no Urgula, but we know only 2 unknowns now. So he goes trigger his guys, set Rahu, set Flame, add back Fimena, add back Malulu, make SP, which is like whatever versus us, I don't care. Go Rahu, send Urgula and the Fimena, summon Gulamel, effect of Urgula, effect of Fimena, and effect of Arthalion, summon stuff back from the graveyard. And then he sets Horn and Ketu here. So when you set Horn, I'm like, okay, we know he has Sting in hand. We know Sting with Lulu, now there's just one unknown. Because you would never set Horn over Sting versus a known Radiant player. That would be like terrible, right? So we know that for sure. And he goes Ketu. Oh, he's just like playing a bit like out of order. But yeah, he goes Urgula, add back Fimena, and then Ketu for Urgula. Yep. Then he goes set pass. So, like I said, we know most of his cards at this point. It's just one unknown. Playing around a hand trap, and this is pretty chill. So we have no monsters in no cards in graveyard. So generally, when you have no cards in the graveyard against Radiant Typhoon, when you open hands like these, you want to MST the Sting, and then they chain Flame, and then you chain like an MST on your Sting or like a double Cyclone. Those are best over like Droplet because the thing there is they can't chain Sting, right? So that's exactly what we do. MST on Sting. Which he said didn't set Sting from deck by me. We know. We need a Sting, buddy. Yeah, so suspicious that we go MST on Sting. He goes Chain Flame. Oh, by the way, I just want to say, I'm not Toast. Toast is my teammate. I've had some people in the comments say like, oh, I didn't know you were Toast. Like, yeah, because I'm not. But yeah, MST on Sting, he chains Flame. And we chain MST on the Flame, cutting him off on 2 draws, which is super duper good. Then we go Eldam Effect, grab Crithea. Yeah, then he goes Joel, which is like, okay, this is not the worst thing in the world, because we can chain the Chant, and then Crithea can still add back 2 from graveyard, so the game, we can still win the game, right? So we goes chain that. We go chain Chant, add monster, and then he goes chain Horn on our Eldam, which ends up being, I think this is a misplay, to be honest. I don't know. I think it's, arguably. Anywho, this is really good for us, because we have Droplet, so we can just know a bunch of his cards, basically. But I think, no, we don't use the Droplet because we're trying to play around Malulu. Because the issue is if we summon Crithea and he chains Fimena to the hand effect of Crithea, Malulu can negate the Crithea. So yeah, we're like, we have to hold the Droplet for that, which is unfortunate because I want to cut him off a trap loop, but it is what it is. But yeah, we go Crithea. Yeah, we got to resolve the Chant, add monster. So yeah, we go Crithea effect. Then he goes chain SP on that. Which is, at this point, like, we're happy he didn't chain Fimena, right? I mean, he'd be, like, messed up either way. But yeah, so we just let it get banished, trying to save the Droplet, add back 2 from graveyard, and we have Meghala now. Yeah, and he goes Fimena here, which, yeah, he goes Fimena on summon of Meghala. Then we go chain Chant, add MST, and this is that we can trigger Meghala in the same chain link as the thing. And then if he goes Mulu to negate, we can just change Droplet, negate sending him the Meghala to negate his guy. So he goes for Lubellion, and when he goes with Lubellion, I know the game is immediately over. like it was. I don't think it was Lubellion angle here. I mean, I kind of get wanting to go Lubellion. Nah, I don't. I mean, it's like, I mean, the game's over anyway. But yeah, we go Meghala 1, Lubellion. He goes Lubellion 2. He goes Mulu 3. So here, Droplet can just literally make sure that Meghala resolves and negate his Lubellion. So yeah, we go Droplet, send MST and the Meghala. So sending MST makes it that your Link 2 can add back from graveyard, which is cool. And you can just like half the attack of the dude. So yeah, he goes set Rahu, and obviously the Rahu's not living. Let's be real, right? We go summon Phonix, summon Meghala, summon Slen, make Link 2, add back from graveyard, MST the back row, trigger the Phonix, trigger the Link 2. Shuffle back Lubellion and Gulamel. Because Arthalion was summoned from the graveyard, but Gulamel was not. Then we go battle phase. Yep, we go battle phase. Technically, you can activate the mandate here, there would be no point. We attack, just deal some more damage. Yeah, link to attack directly. We go Doom Eagle, just can deal with his Urgula, and yeah. So we go Doom Eagle on Urgula, and then set MST pass. And then here we have MST, we have Doom Eagle, we have Mandate, MST. He doesn't really have any top decks, so at this point we pretty much won the game. I mean, Frixel is the best top deck, the only top deck, but we end up using the... So he goes... So what happens here, actually? So, I have to look, sorry, I forget exactly. Yeah. He goes end phase here, and then we use the trap card, right? Which, this was a misplay. So in my head, I thought that, like, oh, if we MST the Mandate and summon Phoenix here in his end phase, it was just game on board. Which, my math was wrong. My math was wrong. I was like, well, no, okay, what happened in the game was like, the math was wrong. Math was off. The math was off. We like messed up there. So yeah, we ended up doing this play, which is just really bad. But yeah, the math was, this is like I can't do math play, so that was my bad. I'm not gonna lie, I entered the game here. I like, yeah, we just do this and just game on board. And it's like, oh wait, it's not game on board. So yeah, we should have just held it and then attack, damage step, Mandate, and then you just like win the game. You just win the game for sure. If you just don't hold off on using the MST and the trap card, but we didn't. And then yeah, it got a little awkward because I can't do math apparently. Yeah, it's 500 off. I was like, what the? I'm like, oh no. I mean, I noticed it was off like after we used the trap card or after we used MST. I'm like, let me double check. I'm like, oh shit, I should have double checked originally. That was my bad. But yeah, we go Link 2 here. We can still set up a decent amount. Like the game, drawing the Vortex here wasn't actually bad. I mean, like a name would have been like better, obviously, but we can still like pretty much put ourselves in a really good position here. Obviously, you know, SP, we have SP Doom Eagle, we have MST for Mandate. You know, it's not bad. He goes Shuffle Back Pan. He goes Active Draw Bell. He goes Frixel. Here, technically, we should chain MST. We should chain SP on the Frixel. We just changed Doom Eagle instead, but it should have been SP though. But I mean, it doesn't matter. He goes Bell on that, and then we go chain SP on that, and just GG. So, moving on to game number 2, or match number 2, we're going to have us going first. Game we 1 die roll. Feel pretty nice about that. The hand's going to be Sheena, Mandate, Chant, Cressea, Ash, against Bell, Fua, Lucius, and Sting. So, our hand's not bad. Pretty solid, actually. We go Chant for Eldam. Yeah, and then we trigger Cressea. Yep, Cressea effect. He goes Bell. We go Eldam for Swen. He goes Fua. We go Special Summon Swen. Effect. What do we add here? We add Vision. Yeah, because we have Mandate. Then we go Link 2, giving him another draw. Because generally when you get Mulch Harmony in this deck, you want to give them draws. You don't want to just pass them. Like, you want to get your engine rolling, basically, because it's like a follow-up deck. So we go draw 2, which is not bad draws here. Droplet and like a Chant. Chant at MST. Yeah, Fua is still mid against this, bad against this deck, or mid against the deck. We go Chant, draw 1. I know he's not playing Droplet in his main deck, so I don't need to like hold off on like Mandate for weird reasons. Also, I don't have a dude on board anyway. We draw a second Droplet, which is pretty bad, but it'd be like that sometimes. Okay, so pass. He draws 5 mana for turn. So he goes Fallen effect. Sure. Yeah, normal from Lucius effect. Grab Urgula again. He already has 5 mana. We don't want to play it risky. There's a world where we did drop with this, but we decided to save it for the fusion. Yeah, he goes Ecclesia, and then we change Sheena, so Ecclesia gets bounced back to the extra deck, and we get Cressea in the hand. And I don't want to hold off on Sheena because I want Cressea to be in hand. But yeah, he goes Urgula 5 mana, effect. And then yeah, he goes make Secretarion, and then pop the Mandate, which I'm fine with. Set Rahu, so he said double Rahu here. So we just MST both on res, but I mean we'll MST 1, then we trigger Cressea. Cressea effect can add MST. And then what else we add? Just follow up LM from Graveyard. And then we MST the other one resolution. Secretarion effect. We had an option to drop with this, but I think it's fine because this doesn't actually do anything. I mean, it would protect our bodies, but outside of that, it's like chill. Because something you guys can note is that Sheena is a dragon, so they can actually make Albalanatus with it, which is what he tries to do. In hindsight, I mean, we want the whole droplet for a play. In the game, I was kind of down to like droplet it. I kind of wanted to droplet it, but I mean, it ends up being like fine either way. So I mean, it's fine. Yeah. So he gets that, which gets the Fallen Virtuous, and yeah, he gets Fallen versus Pappas Alba, so we can like do the thing. Yeah, so just Albion, set Fallen, Alba at Brafu pass. We draw Vision, which isn't bad. He has Sting, but we have Astra Sting. We low key played this a bit scuffed, so I'll show you what happens. So we go Eldam effect, and then here we were thinking about what to add. We end up going Swen, which I'm not gonna lie, here we just like low key forgot Fallen could revive from the graveyard. I mean, originally I wanted to do a different play, but it was like whatever reason for this play. But I mean, yeah, we got put in a weird position. So we go Sting, and we Ash it, obviously. We go Elation here, which was a misplay for sure. Or it can be Elation, but you have to go like Totem Bird next, or something like that. Or you have to like attack the back row, which we did not do. We went Elation board, which isn't a misplay. The sequencing, we should have just done one of the like MST on the back row. Should have just been like MST on the set Fallen. Like MST on the Fallen here instead of using Elation, so that was a misplay. Ends up putting us in a very awkward position here. So we have to go Link 2, grab MST from Graveyard, Vision Draw. We could look, kind of need to Vision Draw something good, but we have like 3 draws, so it's not that bad. But yeah, we draw Chant, which is obviously really good for Mekhala. Saves us from the misplay. Although I think it wasn't the end of the world still, but I mean, yeah, he still needed to like, yeah, he still needed to like, even if we didn't draw crazy, he still needed to like top deck, and then we have another draw from Mandate as well. But yeah, so we draw another 3rd droplet, like come on, dude. But I mean, it's whatever. We misplayed, so can't complain. Chant Ed Mekhala. I mean, here it's just like game. He's like never punished, like XD, haha. But yeah, so so we MST or Mandate. The Mandate shouldn't be reset here because we already put it with the Link 2. We catch that in like a second. But yeah, or it's caught in a second, I should say that. But yeah, we summon Crisea off the dude, search the Phonix and MST, and yeah, the Mandate thing is caught in a bit. Oh, it was already caught, my bad. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm like derped out right now. It's like 2 a.m. I'm recording this. But yeah, and then it's just bad. This game right here, Phonix, and then battle phase, shuffle his stuff back. Yeah, MST, Phonix shuffle. Yeah, GG's. But he makes us attack with all the guys. Like, bro, like, come on, just shuffle that shit back, bro. How long did that take for him? Mandate, bro, it took like, not that long, but I mean, still, bro, like, what are we not going to attack? Like, just, come on. Fua. Yeah, bro, Fua, bro. Yeah, so, anyway, GG's. Moving on to game number 2. We're going to be going second. The hands are going to be Pan, Brafu, Dragon's Mind, Ash, Fallen against Droplet, Swen, Crisea, Swen, and Double Cyclone. I'm feeling okay about our hand. Obviously, Double Swen is pretty bad, but outside of that, it's a pretty good hand. So we go Fallen. I'm just going to fast forward through his combo. He opens like combo, and we don't have any hand traps, so obviously full combos. He has Dragon's Mind, Ash Blossom, which is a pretty good setup, I will say that. But yeah. So Secretarion, go Rahu, send the Ash Blossom. And then here, when he sends Ash Blossom, like, okay, either he already has another Ash, or he has no other monsters in his hand. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Which ends up being he has no other monsters in his hand. He says Ketu Lucius. I mean, it's just normal pan combo. Fallen Pan. So Urgula, Femena, Arthalion. Yep. Add back. And yeah. Add back. Secretarion, summon back Artesia. He puts back the wrong card. Yeah, not a dragon. Put back Fallen. And set to end phase, add back Ecclesia. Albion, set Fallen and Virtuous. And then he passes. So his board, he has Femena, he has Cartesia, he has Black Dragon. He has the Sting, the Horn, the Flame, and the Fallen and the Virtuous. So when he sets two from hand, we're thinking a couple things. Either it's another Fallen, it's a bait card, or it's a Dragon's Mind. I'm thinking the highest probability, especially post side, it's just mathematically speaking, it's probably a Dragon's Mind. So we have to like try to play around Dragon's Mind here. So we end up going main phase, right? Yeah, we go main phase because like how else would you do? Like you can't just randomly drop it, sending a mod. That just feels so bad. Main phase, try to grab a spell and trap here, and then yeah, it's kind of awkward. I mean, oh my god, if we had another spell and trap, but it'd be like that sometimes. So we go Vision to draw 2 here, and he goes Flame. And here, I think this is where it was potentially a misplay. I don't know. I was trying. It was diverse opinions in the VC. I'll say that. So what we ended up doing was Double Cyclone here, which I I did not like this. I don't know, like, it sounds like I'm calling him out. No, I get where Toast is coming from, but I feel like I personally, what I think we should have done, I think we should have changed chain Droplet, then chain Double Cyclone, and try to hit a 50-50 on the Dragon's Mind, to be honest. I think we should have done that. I think we should have done that. Because what ends up happening here is he goes Dragon's Mind to negate this. Which I don't, because now we don't get to draw 2, which I kind of want with our hand, because dealing with all these resources is pretty bad. And we have free discard fodder with the Swen, right? And then, and then he gets the Flame Draw as well. We use the Droplet, but I think Droplet it's fine. I mean, it's Droplet for 1, but you just negate Cartesia, and then Black Dragon doesn't really do much of anything. I mean, Black Dragon gives you like 5 mana fodder, but that's about it. So I feel like for sure we should have changed Droplet to the Vision, right? Sending 1. And then he's not going to Dragon's Mind that. And then we go then we go Double Cyclone, try to hit, it's a 50-50, but I think you try to hit a Dragon's Mind. Because in this sequence, because like, I think you have to go for the 50-50, I'm not going to lie. You have to go for the 50-50, to be honest. So that's what I want to do, go for the chain Droplet and then chain Dragon's Mind, but we end up doing this play instead. He draws another Dragon's Mind. Crusea. Yeah. Crusea. I wish we looked in deck to see what we would have drawn. Or like, I wish I noticed that, what we would have drawn, so I can be... Nah, it would have tilted me. If we would have drawn crazy, that would have tilted me. But yeah, I think we should have done that play instead. Now our Droplet just loses a ton of value, and then we should have done that play instead. Maybe you guys disagree with though. Maybe you guys like, Vexen, you're tripping. That your play was dog shit. Da, 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 da. But I think we should have done chain Droplet and then chain Double Cyclone to the Droplet and go for the 50-50 on the Dragon's Mind. But yeah. We end up going Crusea. And then here it's like weird, man. I don't know. He has too many resources. We have to just like MST Sync so we can start special summoning our guys. He Sting draws, Urgula. We go special Eldam effect. Add Phoenix here, but I mean, at this point he just has too much. I'm not gonna lie. Link 2, and then he changed my meta. We changed Chant to add MST just so we can trigger the Link 2 to place the Mandate. He goes another Arthalion. We go Phoenix, Link 2. He goes Arthalion, add back Ash Blossom, and then we chain MST on the Brafu. Yeah, but I mean it's scuffed, bro. Just to play around another card, but yeah. Yeah. We won MST, then we go Mandate. And what do we draw? We drew another Eldam, which I mean is terrible. But yeah, we ended up losing that game. I think that game was winnable. Potentially, it depends what Vision draws, but I mean, I think it was winnable. Anywho, moving on to game number 2, we're gonna be going first. Our hands are Droplet, Eldam, Vision, MST, Mandate against Ash, Perulia, Rahu, Fallen, and Urgula. So we get Vision, we get Ash, and then Perulia is us. So we're thinking about what to play here. For sure, it's never pass. So we go Eldam, and then we search Crusea. This was a misplay, so what we end up doing, I'll show you guys, we just pass. Which this is so bad. I know in the previous video I told you guys, if you get Molcharmi, do not be afraid to give draws if you're playing Radiant Typhoon. And then I literally don't take my advice with this game. So our thought, I don't know why, in the moment, I was just so pussy. Like, I don't know, we should have definitely went, it was definitely Eldam into Swen, make Link 2, for sure. That's what we should have done. But we didn't. That was a misplay. We definitely should have went Swen here and not Crusea pass. Because now this basically play forces him to be like, okay, I have no interaction. But yeah, ends up messing us up. So he goes Normus and Lucius effect. And then here it's like we have to like Droplet, but he has Fallen, and then we have to MST that, and then it's like scuffed, right? So yeah, we go Droplet and he goes Chain Fallen, and then we're like, we have to MST that. But then obviously he has Rahu, and then the game just ends up getting like Giga over. So we go Trigger Crusea on res. So how the chain link worked is he went Normus and Lucius effect, we went Droplet Chain Eldam, or Droplet Send Eldam, he went Chain Fallen, and we went Chain Mandate, Chain MST, Chain Mandate to negate the Lucius, so that the Lucius still gets popped from the Fallen, so we don't negate Fallen. Go Crusea, search Eldam, MST, yeah, Mandate, Droll, yeah, he draws us, so we can't get like a draw. Which ends up like, which I think is correct. So we don't draw Ash Blossom, so you can actually play Yugioh. And yeah, here he just does too much. I mean, the game is just like scuffs, right? Arthalion triggers his names. He goes Sting, pops Mandate, and yeah, he gets Ash back to hand. So he's Ash, Flame, Sting. And then he gets the Fallen set in the end phase as well. I don't think, yeah, we draw Ash Blossom, which doesn't really work. North from Eldam, hoping he doesn't Ash it. But yeah, then we just pass. Yeah. We have to our fault. We just hash Brothfu and hope he doesn't have plays, but he has like a couple draws he can get access to, so it just doesn't matter. So yeah, he goes Brothfu, we ash him, he goes Flame, and obviously he gets a ton of draws there. He goes Fallen, and he goes 5 mana effect, and we just scooping it up. So GG's. Like I said, that match I think was definitely winnable. The game 2 arguably depends on the vision draws, but I think if we do the play that I said, I think we have a decent chance of winning. In this game, we should have played into the Parulia a bit, and I think we have a decent chance of winning that as well. For sure, I think we probably win this game if we play into Parulia. Obviously, he has one more draw, at least one more draw, depends what he draws, but I think we have a decent chance of winning this game if we play into Parulia. But yeah, moving on to game number 3, or match number 3. So last match, the Ironman, I think we lose die roll. Yeah, we lose die roll, okay? So we're going to be going second. Our hands are Crusea, Vortex, Swen, Fua, and Vision against Fallen, Fua, Mu, Ketu, and Sting. So we drew Fua here. So at this point, it's like, okay, praying he does not have Ash. Because when you get Ashed on Fua, it feels really bad for 2 reasons. Number 1, obviously your Fua doesn't resolve and you went -1. But number 2, they just add back Ash Blossom. So he goes Fallen, and obviously we Fua him. And then when Fua resolves, it's like GG. Oh, also, by the way, this play where people are sending Dragomat to Virus the Dogma is so risky. Because you're going to see what happens here in a bit. So he goes 5 mana. He only uses 1 name from hand. And like, it's too lit. But yeah, he gets this add back 2, set Flame. Okay. Normal Mulu. And then end phase, he goes add Fallen the Virtuous. And this is why I'm saying this play is risky. He goes add Fallen, use Fallen on his Fallen. Right? Then we can trigger Crusea because he used a quick play spell. So now at this point, when this card resolves, turn 1, like turn 0 like this, the game is over. The game is we automatically win the game here. The game is just over, right? We just, like we still went +2, and basically we can still Crusade next turn as well. Like this play is so risky, and yeah, I think we still win even without it. But I mean, but yeah. So we set Fallen, pass, we draw Swen. I mean, we already have a Swen, so whatever. Vision draw 2, so he does not flame negate that because he knows we have MST. We drew Ash Man. So here, we actually didn't misplay again. Oh my god, alright, a lot of misplays this Ironman. Don't hate us too much. But we discard Swen. It should have been discard Mandate because we have Ash for Sting. So basically, our thought process was, before we use Vision, I was like, okay, what I want to draw with Vision is just discard Slaughter. Because I don't want to have to discard Mandate into Sting, right? And then we drew Swen, and then we immediately discarded the Swen. I was like, oh yeah, just discard that shit. But I didn't realize we had Ash. I didn't realize we drew Ash. Like, the Ash didn't register in my hand until after we used Vision. I'm like, oh, wait, we have Ash for Sting now. Because we didn't have Ash before. And I was like, as soon as I saw Swen, I was like, just discard that shit. We just played this way too fast. But yeah, so that's what happened. But yeah, we go Phoenix. We can shuffle all this stuff in the draw phase. And then we go MST on the Fallen and Virtuous here so that he can't fall in the Phoenix. And then he goes Chain Flame. We go Chain Fallen on the MST. He goes Chain Fallen on Crusea. Sure. Summon Phoenix, effective Vortex, summon itself back out. He has Sting, we have Swen, we have Vortex live, like, yeah. So, he goes main phase, he lets us, did not try to Sting, this is crazy, by the way. Not trying to Sting before main phase is crazy. Turns off, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Definitely a misplay, you want to draw into, yeah, bad play. But whatever, we go for Elation because we have Crusea. He doesn't have many cards either. We know all his cards, so we don't have to fear Ghost Spell. Obviously would have Belled Crusea turn 1/0/2. He goes Sting, we Ash out with the quickness, and then he goes Mulu, we negate it with Vortex, and then, yeah. He can go Ecclesia into Fallen, into Ecclesia, and here he can go like Star Source, like kind of go Albion into Mirror Jade. Obviously can't make Mirror Jade directly because Mirror Jade's a worm. But yeah, Star Source here, and then the game is just over at this point. Like, when you make Star Source here, you're basically accepting that you're losing the game. So yeah, Elation, summon Crusea effect. I mean, nothing he could have done to win this game. I mean, well, except not do that turn 0 Crusea, or not dump this card. But yeah, we're gonna, oh, oops, sorry guys, going fast. So yeah, we go Elation, Reborn Crusea. We just add cards, Link 2, add MST. We go Mikala, MST, our Mandate, Mikala, Phoenix, Vortex, Link 2. And then, yeah, we can summon all the bodies, pop the back row, Phoenix, shuffle them back, and then GG's. Yeah, it's just game. Mandate draw for the boost. Might as well, you know what I'm saying? Well, actually, how much damage is this without the boost? 52, 62, 68. So, yeah, so we didn't need the boost per game. We did need the boost per game. Extra 6 times 300 is 2100 damage from the Mandate, which is pretty good. Yeah, he's taking the damage real slow. I don't know why, bro. Like, you know it's game, bro. Well, he might not know it's game. Math might be hard. But yeah, moving on to game number 2, we're going to be going second. Hands are Vision, Crisea, Chant, Vision, Double Cyclone against Urgula, Rahu, Fallen. So he didn't actually draw that great. I mean, we drew pretty decent, but we'll see what's up. So we go Fallen. Fallen sent Albion. They learned their lesson. I mean, with this hand, it's like diff, but yeah. So come Cartesia, go Rahu. Effect. And here I'm basically praying we open MST, right? So we can just MST Double Cyclone, destroy him. But yeah, Lucius. Lucius, effect. Grab Malulu. Go Farcatesia for Secretarion. Effect. Yeah, Secretarion summon back the Ecclesia. Or Malulu, sorry, putting back Ecclesia. Regular add back Lucius. Sure. Set 1. So here, yeah, I mean, he sent 1 from hand. I was kind of worried it was another Dragon's Mind, I'm not going to lie, but it ended up being Rahu. So we draw Drop It, which is not terrible. So here, I think it's just like we go Vision for MST, goes Chain Flame, and then I think we go Chain Double Cyclone on the Sting, right? Yeah, so this is a pretty good trade for us so far. What happened in this game? Because this game got scuffed, right? Yeah. So we go Trigger Crisea. And then we go Chant, add a monster, and Chant MSC on the Chant. This is just so that we can play around Ghost Spell a bit, which he didn't have Ghost Spell now, unfortunately. So Crisea effect 1, Chant effect 2, which maybe we didn't need to do this. Maybe we should have. I mean, it's weird. I mean, actually, did we know the extra Fallen in the hand? Did we know Fallen in hand? Cause I'm not gonna lie, I low-key went to the bathroom during his turn. I literally went AFK, I'm not even gonna lie. Cause like, I just realized, cause I was like, so we knew, well, the logs are not working or I'm like dumb. But yeah, if we knew Fallen, then doing this play was even more dumb. We should have kept those cards, but it's whatever. But yeah, we tried to chain block to Crisea, go that. Add Phoenix, we can shuffle some of his cards in the draw phase. We go Vision, draw 2, draw to another Double Cyclone, Chant, it's whatever. We go MST on here. And we discard the Phoenix, which ends up being like a weird line for us, to be honest. I think we shouldn't have discarded Phoenix, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. I think the thing with the Phoenix, I was really worried about his unknown step, but it ended up being Rahu, so like it was like scuffed. Based on how many bodies he had too, I don't think we should have discarded Phoenix. I think that was a misplay. I think it was a misplay. Yeah, he goes Horn, won his guy, and then he draws Ghost Spell here, yeah. Which, I mean, he did have it, but later on. But yeah, we go Phoenix and he bells that, which ends up being actually really scuffed for us, and we get hard punished for discarding the Phoenix here. It's like weird too. So we played around Bell and we played into Bell later on. So yeah, that was just a misplay. Shouldn't have been discard Phoenix here. Also, we should have dropped it earlier as well. I think there's like another like VC disagreement here. Not trying to put blame on anyone, obviously. But yeah, I think we should have dropped it earlier as well, but we did not. Then at this point, the game is over because we didn't drop it, and then he has like all these guys that aren't negated, and we can't actually move the bodies, and yeah, won't be able to actually trigger a Mikala. And yeah, it's just scuffed. It's just scuffed. We definitely should have discarded Double Cyclone probably or something like that. I don't know. Something like that, man. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just fast forwarding to this point. I mean, the game's pretty much over. We can't win. But I think it was winnable depending on changing different sequencing. Maybe. But yeah. Anywho. We try to go battle phase, but I mean, we can never beat his grind game, to be honest. Like, he just has too much. Link 2, Adam ST. We can never beat the grind game because we put ourselves in the bad position. Link 2 plays a trap card. Put that back, draw a card. What do we draw here? No, we draw Elation, that's funny. But yeah, put back the Elation, draw 2, or the Artalion, draw 2. And then end phase, he casually gets to go +3. Type shit. Yeah. So really +4. So here we decided to like play in draw phase. But the thought process behind this is that I think the only way we even have a chance of winning is if we draw Ash Blossom. I think we kept this is game 1, so we have Ash in our deck. Because post side we side out Ash going second. But yeah, basically thinning our deck and just like, okay, let's just draw Ash Blossom here. In my head, that's the only way we win this game. Like, bro, that's the only way we win this shit. I'm not gonna cap. And we can shuffle back his guys too, which is cool if we can't go like SP as well. We have Vortex, Mandate, Shuffle back Elation, Double Cyclone, Chant, and we draw another Elation. Again, by the way, second time in a row. I mean, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter. It had to be like Sheena or Ash Blossom, right? So, yeah, I mean, it had to be Sheena or Ash Blossom, which we did not draw. We drew another Elation for the second time. So yeah, I mean, at this point, the game's over. He has too many pushes, and there's nothing we can really do, unfortunately. I don't think holding the resources was going to win us the game. Maybe. I have to look at it again, but I don't think so. He goes the Charus, which can out a card, put back his trap cards. I mean, it doesn't really matter. He just has, like, way too many bodies. And yeah. Urgula, add back 5 mana. He has Ketu. I think he has Rahu set here as well. Yeah. Effective Frixel, effective Berthalion. But Sting. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we drew, so our guys are boosted. Secretarian, summon back Frixel, summon back Mulu, bounce the Frixel, Cortesia, fusing the Star Source, Popper guys, and it's just GG's. Yeah, Popper guys, and then GG's, we don't do the, on our side, we don't do like the let him attack each time like BS. Anywho, moving on to game number 3, match 3, the last match of the Ironman. Winner takes it all. Or winner makes it to the finals. Hands are Eldam, Chant, MST, Vision, Crown versus Lucius, Sting, Fallen, Bell. So, I mean, obviously he drew like double Lucius Trap, but I mean he keeps traps in his deck, right? But I mean, Fallen Bell is decent for him. I'm feeling okay about our hand, depending on what Vision draws, right? But yeah, we go Vision draw phase. We do another Crown and Swen. Swen's pretty solid. Crown is pretty bad. So we ended up deciding what to pitch. Pitch the Crown and keep the MSTs a bit safer. We go Chant for Makhala and draw phase, just trying to play around Droll, because I think that's the main thing our hand loses to. So that's why we sequence it by going Makhala Swen, and if we get Drolled, we can go like Chain, Summon Cresseia, and it's like pretty good. But no Droll, so we go Eldam here, Summon Cresseia, and then we're thinking about the play to do here. There's also an argument this could have been Chant. I kind of wanted, although I wanted Elation through the Droll bet. We could have done sequencing a little bit different, but I think this is still fine. So here we're going to go add MST, and he bells this, which is like, sure, I guess he doesn't know MST. He doesn't know MST in hand, but like, I'm going to be honest, bro, like, we're not, I mean, I guess disrespect, yeah, maybe it's a little disrespect. Maybe it's like, it's the only way he can win, which is fair. But yeah, we go MST on that, and at this point, I know the game is over, right? We go trigger Makhala, trigger Cresseia, trigger Elation, and then yeah. Oh, basically what happened here is, so after we went Elation, he went Bell, and we went MST. Then we said Res, and then we did the thinking emoji, right? So we said, so after that chain link, we said Res and then thinking 2 seconds later. So obviously a person would think we're thinking on what we want to do, right? On our triggers, because obviously we have known triggers, Makhala and Cresseia, he knows both of those cards. And then he's like, were you just asking Res or saying it? We're like, what? He's like, what's added by me? He said, you said Res and declared all your shit 20 seconds later. And then obviously I wasn't asking you if you had anything, because obviously. And then, cause I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to call anyone out, but like, bro, like, come on, like, that was BS. Like, come on, let's not do shit. Let's not do shit like that. like, obviously, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Anywho, yeah. So we get to trigger Cresseia, add MST, and then what do we add here? A spell? Yeah, we add a spell here, Chant. We go Link 2 effect, add another MST. We go Chant, add MST, chain MST on the Chant. And then we trigger the Link 2, but we do not trigger the Chant. We do not trigger Chant because we don't want to have too many cards blocking our spell and trap card zone. Also, I want it in the graveyard for our mandate. To shuffle back. Mandate effect, because obviously here, if we set Chant again, then we have to keep like MST in hand. So we go mandate, shuffle back 3, draw 1, we drew Crown. No, not a very good card to draw here, but it'd be like that sometimes. We make Totem Bird with the Makhala. I'm down to make Totem Bird here because we have follow up from Elation, so it's chill, and we get another mandate draw, so I think it's not bad. Set double MST Crown. Pass turn, he draws Urgula for turn. He goes normal summon Lucas, we go crown, and he goes fallen, and like, okay, we're gonna interact with this, obviously. So we go MST, and then, yeah, he just scoops it up. He's like, yeah, he's not winning this game. Sting from hand is broken, right? But yeah, so GG's, me and Toast, like I said, I'm not Toast, that's my teammate, end up taking this round of this Ironman. So now we're in the finals, which actually, I can show you guys a finals Ironman if I really want to. Let me show you guys the bracket, sorry. So this is the bracket. This is a bracket, basically, so Julien's team was Bun and Run, and we just beat them. We're special grades, so now we're in the finals. And yeah, so we also played versus Pack before, and then versus another team before. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll try to upload the finals. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but we'll see what's up. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to have a great day. Peace.